What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or if you're new to the channel, I'm Pokedubs, and today we're taking a look at another Paldea Evolved booster box. Got this one compliments of Zach. We got Zach. What's up, Zach? How's it going?
Don't take that as a cut.
Over at Zeke's Comics and Games. He hooked it up for the channel hitting 500 subscribers, which is super awesome. Can't thank him enough. Jump into this description and check out the links for Zeke'sComicsandGames.com. And hit the code Pokedubs at checkout for 10% off your order. So without further ado, thanks to Zeke's, we're going to be jumping into this booster box to see what we got. Let's do it. Right on. So here we go. Got the booster box. Let's get it open and get these packs out. So for those of you that have never opened or really seen what these booster boxes are, this is basically meant to be like, you literally open it up and you pop that in there and you just display it in your store just like this. So yeah, this is what you see in the back on the shelves if you go into like local game shops and they have the box set up. They'll just pull the packs out of them. So we're just gonna take them out. 36 packs, Paldea Evolved, compliments of Zeke's Comics and Games in Washington. Super stoked to get into this. Let's kick it off with the right stack and see. I know we've got quite a bit of cards that were, I almost did the pack trick because I just recorded the Evolutions boxes right before this, doing a little batch recording, and I just about ruined this with the card trick. We don't want to do that. So let's do things right over here. We got Combi, Jigglypuff, Giraffarig. I'll try to get these cards lined up because it gets a little messy opening a booster box here. We got Tropius, Toxicroak, Electrode, looking super cool, super high energy. That's what we need for this at the time of recording, Monday morning. We need all that Electrode energy. Vigoroth, Glimmet as a reverse. I didn't know there was two copies or two different Glimmets in this, but now we do know. Or you probably already did know and I didn't. The Spiritomb is very powerful. I guess we'll find out here coming up at NAIC this week. But Spiritomb is kind of disruptive. It's got the Fettered in Misfortune ability. Basic Pokemon V in play. Both yours and your opponents have no abilities. So, Genesect V in the Mew VMAX deck draws a lot of cards. It's the way that they get through their deck really fast and get what they need. So Spiritomb shuts that off, even if it's on the bench. So this is potentially extremely powerful. Excited to see how that goes. I'll be playing Lugia again, and fortunately, Spiritomb will only shut off one card, which is the Luminion V. That allows me to go search for a supporter card. That could obviously be a pain, but it doesn't disrupt me as much as it does like the Mew VMAX deck, so that's good. But we're going to be keeping an eye out for all the Spiritomb at NAIC, which we don't really know how powerful it's going to be because nobody can really test it right now unless you're testing in person. But the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, unfortunately that card is like broken in that game and it doesn't work properly, so they've taken it out of the game temporarily and people can't really test it. So heading into the biggest tournament of the year, pre-Worlds, without being able to test a card like Spiritomb is kind of interesting. We'll leave it at that. It's fine. Everything is okay. We got Great Ball. Put that in the playable pile. Trying to struggle to pull cards here. It's Monday morning, guys. We're a little tired, but it's okay. We're going to get through it because we're opening Pokemon cards. So what honestly could be better? We got two Pincurchin. This is going to be a theme here. We're going to get both copies of a single Pokemon in a pack. We got Crocalor, Grafaiai, Saguro, Saguro practice studio. It's cool. Looks like a little Pokemon battle gym. And we got Tinkaton for the V. I'm going to start cooking a little bit more through these. Like I said, it's Monday morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. Big coffee drinker. Let me know in the description. Are you a coffee drinker or are you a caffeine drinker at all? I know a lot of people choose not to drink caffeine, and that's totally fine. In my, I want to say old age, but 32 is not that old. In my, I guess, parenthood ages, let me say that coffee is a savior, let me tell you. But I enjoy coffee in general. Coffee is very good, in my opinion. Yo! We got the full art Wo-Chien, which now completes my Wo-Chien collection. I've got all 3 of them now. We've got, a couple videos ago, we pulled the special illustration rare Wo-Chien, which is super sick, one of my favorite arts. And now we got the full art, which is awesome. I don't think... You know what? I don't know if I had a favorite legendary other than obviously Miraidon. That doesn't really count, though. Out of Scarlet and Violet. But, I mean, Wo-Chien's pretty sick, so we'll hold it pretty high up there as far as the legendaries that I like out of that era. But Qianpao's pretty cool. I don't know, but Wo-Chien is pretty sick, so we'll take that. But yeah, let me know, what is your caffeine of choice? Got like tea, there's energy drinks, which I mean I won't comment on. I've dabbled in lots of energy drinks before. I don't so much anymore. Mostly sticking to coffee, but yeah, good stuff to keep us going. I just spoiled that we got an Arctibax back there. We got the Tomokazu Kamiya artwork of Arctibax. I think like headbutting the ground or something. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he's flipping around having a good time, just like we are over here. So we love to see it. We got Rabska as the rare. So you guys know what's up. We're going to sleeve this because we consider these just as much of hits as anything else, honestly, because, I mean, look at them. They're absolutely beautiful. We got to move these packs out of the way over here because I got a good feeling about this box, guys. This is the one that Zeke's hooked it up with for hitting 500 subscribers. Yeah, we got 500 of you guys here right now. That's super awesome. I appreciate you all. Even if you're like brand new to the channel, thanks for being here. I appreciate it so much. This is really turning into something awesome. At the end of the... I don't know if it's going to be the last video sequentially as far as what I release them, but the last video that I recorded here for the Evolution boxes got a little sentimental at the end. Some of you guys posted some really wholesome comments in there, and this was my goal, to provide a place for people to fully own and embrace their nerdy side, I guess, if that's what you want to call it, because I'm a huge nerd over here, so I'll own that. But just not caring, you know, about what anybody thinks about it, because who cares, you know? I'm a 32-year-old, and I'm absolutely obsessed with Pokemon. You can see that from my living room. I've got Pokemon tattoos. I mean, like, who cares, man? It's, yo, we got the Pikachu EX. We just pulled this one out of a box a couple videos ago. We always love to see a good Pikachu. But yeah, I know that is a lot easier said than done to just kind of say, you know, who cares about what anybody thinks? Because I've been there. Like I said in the end of that video, I've liked Pokemon my entire life since I was 8 or 9 years old. And there was a good chunk of my life there, pretty much throughout my 20s, where I just kind of, I didn't really talk about it, kind of hid it in the background, and I would slowly collect Pokemon stuff on the side. But I just didn't want to deal with what people thought of me, like technically an adult liking Pokemon. And then sometime about 3 years ago, I just hit a point where I decided to just stop caring. Like, I don't care what anybody thinks about me liking Pokemon. And you shouldn't either, because you like what you like, and that's just how it is. That's what we're about around here. Embracing who you truly are and sticking to it, because that's what's important. The world needs more people that are genuine to themselves, and we need to just stop with judging people based on those. So yeah, I love the fact that this channel is able to provide people a place to come and own their passion for Pokemon, because I've been through it, and so I want to help you guys through it as well, if that's something you're struggling with. If you're already fully embracing it, hats off to you. That's so awesome, and I am super glad that you're here. We're having a good time, and we're always going to be enjoying Pokemon stuff, no matter what it is, whether it be Pokemon vlogs, opening new Pokemon products, opening packs. I plan to eventually, in the future, it's going to be a little while because this is it's a pretty big commitment, but I do plan to eventually jump into some like retro sets, pick up a couple vintage booster packs. I'm not sure exactly what, but after a while, we'll throw a couple of those in there, keep things a little spicy. But as you probably know, a lot of vintage packs are quite expensive, which is fine, but can't obviously go super crazy with it right yet. But I do plan to sprinkle some of those in as we get down the road with the life of the channel. So lots of super exciting stuff. I actually planned, so I'll just go ahead and say it right now. So anybody that's sitting here with me as we're almost halfway through this booster box, again, thanks to Zeke's Comics and Games, for when we hit, I would say if, but now since 500 was a reality, when we hit 1,000, I did plan to pick up a probably like a base set unlimited pack, and we're gonna open that up. So super excited for stuff like that. Saw a couple of you guys say that you wanted to see some of that vintage stuff, and we will get there. So it's not out of the woods completely. We're just not there quite yet. We got Pineco, Tinkatink, Mankey, Delibird, Skiploom, Dendra. One of the things I'm working on that one of you guys gave me some very constructive criticism to try to keep my left hand steady, because I didn't realize that I was moving it around all over the place. It's like kind of when you like pull the card, the way I'm sitting, like my whole entire body just kind of moves. So I do apologize for that. I'm working on keeping it stable now. I got my left arm rest raised up all the way that it can go. My table's kind of awkwardly positioned to where it's like it's a little high, so try to keep it stable without moving everything around. So really working on that. I take all of the feedback. I read every single comment, guys. And they're all good. You guys are awesome. Super nice. Even when you do have pointers and stuff, you guys are very, very nice about it. I do appreciate that. We're just chilling over here. But yeah, I take all that to heart. So if there's something that you want to see, definitely let me know, and I'll try to implement it. Like, I didn't know I was moving my left arm around like a crazy man until somebody said that, and thank you for saying that, because then I went back and looked like immediately after I read that comment, and I was like, whoa, my hand's just moving all over the place. So we're gonna try to fix some of those things as we move along here. Super Rod, very good card we mentioned in the past. We've got Snover, Fletchling, which I'm finding is kind of hard to pull the cards out. That's a part of the other reason why my left hand will move around a lot. I don't know how these professional pack openers do it, but we'll get there. Arctibax, Noibat, Luminous Energy, very, very good card right now, with a Gyarados Hollow in the rare spot. Turns out that I've been babbling so much that we already only have 2 packs left of this half of the booster box, which is kind of nuts. Hopefully you guys are here for and don't mind dealing with my rants, but I don't know, I feel like the channel's moving in a really good spot. We're moving along quickly, and I love to see it. I'm both thankful and surprised that already over 500 people are here to listen to me go on and on about Pokemon, as we got a regular Quaquaval EX, and I honestly don't think I've pulled just the regular Quaquaval EX, so we will take that. Got a little spot in one of my binders for all of the Paldean starters, because I like them all. I think they're all great. So we got 2 more packs of this half of the booster box. Yeah, I think I was going on and saying something about how 500 of you guys are here with me, which is super sick. Yeah, we're just chilling over here. And one of the other things I did see several people say is, like, just keep being genuine. That's the game plan over here, guys. I'm just hanging out, man. I'm hanging out doing what I would normally do, except I decided that I want to start sharing it with people that are like-minded. So we're hanging out over here, having a good time. Whew. We got this is the second one I think we pulled over here. We got the Gold Superior Energy Retrieval. Super slick. I think this is one of my favorite gold cards. It just looks so cool. It's like the robotic arms coming down, grabbing the energy types. I think that looks insane. But yeah, that's the plan, to keep being genuine. If I might come off as boring to some people, but I'm just like, even if I am high energy, I'm just not like insanely high energy. I won't ever get, in my opinion, sometimes, with all due respect, that could be obnoxious at times. People just jumping around screaming and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I get insanely hyped. You'll see it at some point when there's a card that I'm really looking for. I will bounce off the walls, but I'm just not gonna do it all the time. That's just not me. And I think that you guys have appreciated that that's not me. I'm not ever gonna be fake about my reactions. I think that's... Yo. I will definitely not be fake about when I think a Pokemon is super adorable, and Tinkatink is adorable. So we're gonna embrace that. But yeah, that might appeal to a lot of people, but you know, while I do want to get a ton of people over here, like, I'm not here to gain the masses. I'm here to gain people that are just chilling and loving Pokemon like I am. And that's the big goal. If you love Pokemon, I'm glad you're here. That's the goal. Love Pokemon and embrace it, because that's what we're doing around here. But yeah, we don't have any plans to sell out or anything like that. So I appreciate all you guys reading all the comments, all that stuff. So anyway, I digress. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you. It blows my mind that people, this card is really, really good. For a quick second, I'm actually going to play it this weekend in my Lugia list for NAIC. It's got the Swelling Flash ability. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon is in your hand and you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, so that means that you're behind, technically, you may just put this Pokemon onto your bench. So you don't even have to evolve it from the Luxio. You just slap this guy right on the bench if you're behind in prizes. And then it's got the Wild Charge for 180 damage. This Pokemon also does 20 damage to itself, which is whatever. But we've got the... I can't remember exactly what it is, but there's a triple energy, basically, in the set right now. I'm sure we'll come by it here in the remaining packs, but it's got a couple stipulations. It can only be attached to a non-EX or non-V Pokemon, so a Pokemon without a rule box. And it has to be an evolution Pokemon, but if you're behind in prizes, it provides 3 of any type of energy. So you just slap that bad boy on here, because if you put this on the bench, you're already behind in prizes, so the energy is going to activate, blah, blah, blah. And then you can just attack with the 180, and it's really, really good in like the Lugia mirror match, because Lugia is indeed weak to lightning, so you'll be hitting for 360 damage, which is obviously a one-hit KO. So super good. I've got it in my deck, and it's going to be busted. But I was saying something before that, and now I don't remember what it was. So we will keep rolling, and hopefully I'll remember. My short-term memory is absolutely fantastic, guys. I'm sorry. We got Murkrow, Ice-Q, Iono, super good card right now, going to be insane at NAIC. Delibird, Tandemaus, I love Tandemaus, they're so cute. And Veluza for the rare in that one. Alright, so I stopped the video and I went back to see what I was talking about before I pulled that Luxray. That's pathetically hilarious. I was saying that I can't believe that there's this many people that want to listen to me. I never would have thought that. I just started getting the idea to upload YouTube videos to as like an outlet for myself, basically. And here we are. We're cooking. So obviously something's working, and I thank you guys for that. I thought I saw the edge of a full art type card, but here we go, guys. Saguro. We got the full art. Not very good. Choose up to 2 Pokemon, 2 of your Pokemon, and heal 50 damage from them. That's not terrible, especially in a world of Lost Box decks that do a lot of spread damage and stuff. But it's like, it's not super great to use as your supporter for turn. There's just better options and stuff. Either way, though, that's a sick looking art. Really, really love that. I love full art trainers. So we will take it. That is super awesome. And we haven't pulled that one yet, so let's go. But yeah, I feel like I'm just a broken record of saying that I appreciate you guys and I love being here, but that's just that's facts. That's all we do. We're spitting truth. We got Gothita, Mastiff, Corvisquire, Jet Energy, super good. As long as this energy is attached to a Pokemon, it provides 1 colorless energy. When you attach this card from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon, switch it with your active Pokemon, basically. So really, really powerful in like the Lost Zone box decks, especially like Giratina V-Star right now. Very, very good. Pincurchin. We got Sneasel. And a Hariyama for the rare. So we're going to keep cooking. We've already got 3, 6, 7 hits. Out of basically 1/2 of the box, we still have quite a few packs over here left to go. We got Combi, Jigglypuff. Man, this is... I'll get good at this at some point, guys, I promise. Tropius, Calamitous, Snowy Mountain, Corvisquire, Artisan's pretty good stadium. Once during each player's turn, that player may search their deck for a basic Pokemon that doesn't have a rule box and put it onto their bench. Then that player shuffles their deck. Pokemon EX, Pokemon V, etc. have rule boxes. So I'll show you what that means here in just a second. So I think this is the second time I've mentioned rule boxes in this video. So we got Quaxley into a Jumpluff. Let's see, we need one of the EX Pokemon here. So right here, As you can see, we've got the Pokemon EX rule box. When your Pokemon EX is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. So it's more like an exception, is what a rule box is. So your Pokemon EX, Pokemon V, Pokemon GX in their time, those are all rule box Pokemon. So you can also think of rule box Pokemon as like the bigger Pokemon. Although Radiant Pokemon also have a rule box, which states that you can only play 1 Radiant Pokemon in your deck. So Radiant Pokemon are also considered rule box Pokemon. Something worth noting. But that's what that means. So Disruptive Stadium called Path to the Peak that came out of Chilling Reign. Super viable stadium right now. It basically shuts off rule box Pokemon's abilities. So it's kind of insane. It's a disruptor of my deck, Lugia, my go-to deck. And you hate to see it. That's why Pumpkaboo, we've mentioned before, is we got a Chi-Yu EX. I think this is my second one. Look at this guy. It's a little fish, a little legendary fish. But don't you underestimate that little fish. He's gonna mess things up. But yeah, I described in one of the videos that Pumpkaboo was a really good card because it basically just bumps stadiums. So I've used Pumpkaboo to bump Path to the Peak quite a bit. It's a really good card. Yeah. Let's go into a Great Ball. I need to figure this out. Hoppip, Makihita. We've got Pincurchin, Paldea and Taurus. I've said it before, every single time we get into this card, we're going to appreciate that art. Look at how awesome that is. Such a sick Paldea and Taurus. And it's almost like a punch in the face that card is just not good. Because that art just goes so hard. And I wish that he got a like a special illustration rare, because that art is so sick. So sick. But we were talking at the shop one day about how unfortunate it is for that card to be so bad, but looks so good. It's just not fair. We've got Super Rod, we've mentioned before, is a great card. Love Disc. There is Snover. Farigiraf, looking cute. Always posing for the camera. Love to see it. Zweilous. There is a Spidops and a Reverse Fletchling. Superior Energy Retrieval, not gold though. And a Low Kicks. Superior Energy Retrieval, very good card, especially in that Qianpao deck. Curious to see how many of those we see at NAIC. It's going to be very interesting. So, I can't guarantee when this video is going to come out, but if I decide to release it before NAIC, take a look over on twitch.tv/Pokemon during the weekend, and they'll have the streamed matches up there. You will not see me up there, but it's a good time. You'll see a lot of interesting decks, I think, at NAIC, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Got Iono. We take all of those we can get, because Iono is an insanely good card. And Garganacl for the rare. Got a good pile of cards here still. Super stoked to get this box. Thanks again to Zach from Zeke's Comics and Games for hooking it up. We had a wager at the beginning. If we got to 500 subscribers, he would give me a box, and he did. Darn it, he did. I didn't want to take it, but he gave it to me, and I appreciate that so much. We got Florigato, Mousehold, Misdreavus, Hoppip as a reverse, and Baxcalibur. There it is with that super cold ability. As often as you like during your turn, you may attach a basic water energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. Super good. Because if you're not aware, during your turn in Pokemon, you can only attach one energy card. So you get one energy attachment per turn. So cards like Baxcalibur that let you just break that rule are nuts. So that's why Baxcalibur is so good. And it's going to see a lot of play here. I'm trying to figure out how to hold the cards nicely and not move my arm here. I'm very self-conscious about that right now. Larvitar, because they stick together, man. Come on. Let's try from the top. We got Spidops, Passimian. I can't figure it out. Here's the reversal energy that I was talking about, that if you're behind on prizes and it's attached to a evolution non-rule box Pokemon, it provides 3 of any color energy. So super insane with that Luxray. Therapeutic energy, as I had said a while ago that I thought was bad, is actually really good, because there's a Snorlax that hits for 180 damage. It's in my colorless Lugia deck right now. It puts itself to sleep. Therapeutic energy makes it so that it does not go to sleep, which is very good. Very, very good. We got a boss's orders. We'll take every one of those that we can get. The supporter for turn lets you switch an opponent's benched Pokemon with the active Pokemon, and you choose which one it is. So very powerful. Game-changing card for sure. We got Noibat. And that's another thing I saw a lot of people say that they appreciate talking about, like the competitively viable cards and stuff. So we'll keep doing that because while I'm obviously, per my background and stuff, like a massive Pokemon collector, I'm primarily a competitive player. And so I will give you all my insight that I have on any card that we pull that is good. So I love to hear that you guys are here for that. While this channel is mostly going to be like a pack opening channel, I will be providing more than just opening packs. That's the goal. We're going to be more of a well-rounded Pokemon channel. And we love Charizard over here, but we're not just after the Charizard hits, okay? We're having a better time than that. Choice Belt, also a really good tool card. This the attacks of the Pokemon this card is attached to do 30 more damage to your opponent's active Pokemon V. So that's very important to note. That's not going to do any extra damage to Pokemon EX or non-V Pokemon. Oops, that's not a useful card. Get out of there. Get out of the playable pile. Palmy, you're cute. You're not good. Sorry. Grafaiai. Yo, we got the Flamigo. I didn't know this one existed until I watched one of Real Breaking Nate's videos, and he either pulled for or traded for this one. It's very cool. I like it. Flamigo, the poor basic Pokemon, just very basic. It's just literally a flamingo, but we're here for it. We'll take good old Flamigo, no matter how basic it is. Especially when it's got an art like this. I mean, it's beautiful. So, the hits in these boxes, the booster boxes have been insanely good. I know a lot of like the major collectors have been complaining about the pull rates on all the Scarlet and Violet sets because they're like, the hard cards are easier to get and all that stuff. Like, so, I mean, the accessibility, I think, is the important part as far as Pokemon is concerned. So, it's nice to have all these cards accessible to everybody. Yeah, there's still going to be some, rarity to some cards and stuff. Like, look at the special illustration rare Iono. Pull that card, it's still like over $100, which is crazy. I don't know. I just I don't get behind the argument of things being easier to pull. I want everything to be just as accessible for me as it is anybody else. So that's cool. Actually had one of you guys I sent a pack to and pulled that Iono, which is super hype. I love that. I love that anybody can just pull the rarest of cards. think Pokemon is one of the most accessible card games out there. You got Copperajah EX. We pulled this one before. Nothing to write home about as far as competitive viability goes with good old Raja, but looks pretty sick nonetheless. We got 3 packs left, guys. Let's see what else we can get. I'm not going to complain or expect anything insane because it's been a pretty good box. Ugh, these cards, they stick together, man. This is tough. We got Knackley, Fuecoco, Wattrel, Grusha, Mismagius. Cool Pokemon, I love that. Brambleghast, also a cool part ghost type Pokemon. Vespiquen, Mimikyu, love Mimikyu, and Jumpluff. For the rare there, we're gonna put... I was gonna put Mimikyu in the playable pile for some reason. It prevents damage from Pokemon EX and V, but it doesn't have a very good attack. I mean, it puts 7 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon, but like, that's not that great. I don't know. It dodges getting hit by big Pokemon, I guess, but like, at what cost? So we got Tinkatink, Mankey, Delibird, Honchkrow. Oh man, these cards are sticking together so much. It's getting a little frustrating, I'm not gonna lie. Grusha, Mankey, Pineco with the vault door in the background, and Glamora for the rare. We got one more pack, guys, of this complimentary box of Paldea Evolved from Zeke's Comics and Games. Head on down to the links in the description, guys, if you haven't already. Check them out. Code POKEDUBS at checkout for 10% off of your order, which is super sick. Get your pre-orders in for the new sets coming out. Be a good time. We got Bramblin. All right, I'm really trying here, guys. Superior Energy Retrieval, Sudowoodo, Pelipper, Raichu, love Raichu, Slack Off, and today, guys, this last pack is gonna end on a hit. Palmot. That's okay. We'll take Palmot. So we got a little fair amount. I mean, it's a pile. We got Copperajah, Flamigo in that Illustrator rare, looking awesome. Got the Chi-Yu EX, Quaquaval EX, Saguro as the full art, Tinkatink Illustrator rare, the Superior Energy Retrieval. I kind of forgot we hit that one, so yeah, this box was a win. Pikachu EX, Arctibax, and we got the full art Wo-Chien. So pretty good box, guys. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today's box opening. Compliments of the channel sponsor, Zeke's Comics and Games in Washington, Illinois. We got some pretty good hits, and stay tuned. We've got a lot of good stuff coming out. We'll have the NAIC vlog coming out anytime now, and some more stuff to go. Also, get into the 500 subscriber video and leave your comments there that I mentioned in the video to get entered into the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection giveaway. And also, obviously, to get entered, subscribe to the channel if you like it here, and we'll get you put in there to give that away on the 8th of July. So stay tuned, guys. We've got a lot of stuff coming out. But until then, keep being awesome as always, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.